What is going on YouTube? I am in a customer S2000 today. Nice red interior. And basically I'm warming her up. Dropped her off. He wants basically a big health check. He says the engine eats oil. We're basically going to see what's the cause of it. So we don't know if it's going to be rings, guides and seals. We're not sure, but when these get a lot of miles on them, they do tend to start to eat oil. The rings kind of give up their tension. It's not the end of the world unless it's severe. And he also says he doesn't really see smoke out the tailpipe. So we're just going to investigate it. We're going to do a compression test, leak down test, maybe a little bit of bore scoping in the cylinder walls and see what we can see. Sometimes stuff will stand out and you can kind of pinpoint what's causing it, and sometimes you can't. But we're going to see what we can do. And if the motor is not too bad, he really would like to go maxxecu because eventually he wants to go turbo. So we're going to see what the engine's health is like, and I'll take you guys through all that. All right, so right off the bat, these plugs are pretty shot. So we're going to go ahead and put new plugs in for sure, but there's no oil down in there. So that's good, no leaks. So we'll go ahead and do a compression test and see what she gives. All right, so we got like 205-ish, 210 on number one. So far looking good on compression. Well, so far compression test looks really good, about 210, 215, all the way up to 240. So everything looks good on compression. So we're gonna go ahead and bore scope the cylinder walls really quick with my bore scope and see if we can see anything. Well, so far the only thing I'm seeing is these plugs look like they're 5 years old. So we're gonna put fresh new plugs in it. The leak down was great, less than 5 on most. And I think we had like 6 or 7 on one of them. So leak down looks great, compression looks good. When it comes to engine health, it looks fine. So he says he has to put oil in it and he doesn't know where the oil's going, and he doesn't seem to have any bad leaks. And I did drive it. I didn't see like a ton of plume, like no crazy oil plume of smoke behind the car. So I don't know, kind of weird. Don't really know where the oil's going if he's putting that much in it. But I'm gonna look around a little bit more and see if we can find an oil leak. So it looks like somebody needs my bumper tabs. So yeah, this is what it looks like with no bumper tabs. Just all messed up. What your plug should look like, what it should not look like. All right, we're gonna knock out some bumper shims for our customer here. So we already got our aluminum side done. And so I'm cutting these and drilling these all myself right now, which takes a lot of time. So I'm actually gonna start having these laser cut. Be a little bit quicker. Obviously it's gonna cost a little bit more on my end, but I'll be able to knock more out quicker. So I got a guy that did my little logos here, which did an awesome job. Check that out, pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and have him laser cut them out because it just takes too much time for me to do them here at the house. But here's this stainless shim that goes in the upper bumper. So we're gonna go ahead and tack weld our stud on, and I'll show you guys the process of that. All right, so we got our studs and our nuts here. We're gonna go ahead and I already cleaned the plates really good, so we'll go ahead and clean the head of the stud. So those are clean. And I made myself a little jig here, so all I do now is put the plate in, slide that guy in, and boom, she's ready to go. So what I normally do is I'll tack weld 2 sides with a little bit of filler, and then the rest of it is just a fuse weld. I just fuse the stud to the plate. Go ahead and do our first little fuse here. And that's it. Keep the gas on her. She has a nice color, and there you go. Fused up, ready to go. All right, we got her on, and quite a bear. I didn't realize these were not factory, they are fiberglass. So this hole and how thick it was way different than the stamped steel or stamped aluminum fenders. So the stud was almost not long enough. I made the stud just long enough for factory bumpers. So if you have fiberglass fenders and you want these bumper tab kits, make sure you let me know, because I'm gonna have to weld a longer stud on. I had to get some clamps in there to really clamp it down. It just barely made it on, but it fits the factory aluminum stamp fine because it's much thinner. It's probably a good 10 thousandths, 15 thousandths thinner, and that was just enough to get it on. So we got her on. Bumper's not gonna fall off now. He didn't have anything in there before. Now, if you guys are having front gap issues, now this is gap because these are not factory. Like I said, these are fiberglass, and they're not gonna meet up as good as the factory ones. But if you are having gaps here, this is the back bracket that actually closes that gap. So you wanna make sure that back bracket is as high as you can get it and slide that in there. And then the bumper tabs that I'm making, really, it enforces about halfway down and really is able to get this nice and tight. All right, guys, we're back out here working on a customer car. Guess what came in? Yippers, Maxx ECU time. So we got the Maxx Race ECU, and it comes with your O2 sensor. Jason makes an extender harness for it, your Bluetooth antenna, and then this is Jason Wadward's adapter cable. So this plugs right into your factory connectors, and then this all connects to this ECU. These are junctions, and then you got your can line if you want to hook up a can gauge or anything, your O2, and then this is going to be your inputs and outputs and stuff like that. So for auxiliary kind of stuff. So yeah, all in one package deal here. Absolutely amazing ECU. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the Maxx ECU. Very customizable, tons of options, free dash, all kinds of cool stuff with this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and put her in. All right, just a quick view of how nice this fits up in here. Look at that, factory bolt fits right up, and look at how the harness just fits nice and flat against the ECU, just like factory. And then you got your O2 and your 8-pin over there. So everything fits really nice. Jason does a really good job of this harness adapter. So you guys want a plug and play with Maxx ECU, this is it right here. We are updating. All right, first start on the Maxx ECU. Let's see what she do. Nice. With our Lambia tables. Got our idle tab pulled up right now. Just trying to see, get our idle right. It started right up. Very stable. So this is a tune that I did on that first Maxx ECU customer. So I'd say I got a pretty nice bass tune for stock AP1. It's completely stock. Yeah, idling nice. All right, we'll warm her up and we'll go take her for a test drive. All right, well, we got back and the car runs really nice. Starts right up. I am messing a little bit with the start and idle, but I'm gonna have it all dialed in today, and I'll show you guys a cold start. But before we do that this morning, we are going to do a valve cover gasket kit. So we got the tubes and the gasket. He wanted me to knock this out, and along with doing that, he wants me to go ahead and knock out a valve adjustment and make sure that the valves are good. So we're gonna pop this valve cover off and get to the valve adjustments. right, guys, we were back out here and we got the customer's test pipe. So I was gonna build one of these, but it was really hard finding these end flanges, especially this one for some reason. And then this one is a really funky, like S2000 specific 3-bolt flange. So we just got I think it's a Burke one. So stainless steel 304. But I thought I selected the non-02 one, but I got an 02 one. So what this is, it's a defouler for somebody that's still gonna run like a stock ECU. We don't need this. So I'm gonna chop this off and weld a patch in. I'm not gonna charge the customer at all. I just wanna do it so it's nice and smooth. He's eventually gonna go turbo. We don't need this. Yes, you could just block it off, but I figured, you know what? It'd be a lot nicer just to cut it off. You don't have this big thing sticking off. Just cut it off, grind it down smooth, and basically cut a piece of 304 stainless pipe. We're gonna cut, and it's just gonna kind of lay over top, and we're just gonna weld that in so he has a nice smooth test pipe through here. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll go ahead and install this and take her back out and make sure she's good to go. All right, here's our patch we made. Basically just cut out a round pipe, so it's a nice beveled. We grounded that down nice and flat. And that fits really, really nice, just right over top. And we'll just weld that patch on and it'll look good as new. All right, we got our patch on. Looks pretty good. All right. So yeah, that looks nice. We got a nice patch, nice clean, straight through test pipe. So we're going to jack the car up, take this off, and get the test pipe on. All right, we're going to do a quick cold start here. Maxxecu M- is already connected. There, the fuel ratio is reading. We'll start her up. Battery's a little weak, but she starts right up. Nice and steady idle. I like it. Well, guys, that is it. I think he's going to be extremely happy with the car. It starts right up, idles perfectly, drives perfectly, and it's very snappy. Honestly, I really do think adding that test pipe adds some snap to it. I mean, it pulls really nice first, second, third. So I'm actually pretty impressed. So I think he'll be extremely happy with the car. Now that he's all set up on Maxx, he has so many options he can go with. He's already talking about which trains he wants to go with. And I said, well, you have the Maxx, so you can go 8 HP, DCT stuff, auto stuff. You can do whatever you want. The Maxx will run it. And then he wants to go turbo probably in the spring or in the summertime. So he's got unlimited options now with the Maxx. Unlimited sensors, EGTs, all the pressure sensors, all the temperature sensors. I mean, it's just so many cool features on Maxx with rolling anti-lag, two-step, launch control, traction control, all types of different power management control. It's just endless. It's just really, really awesome. And I mean, the car literally starts and drives like it's completely factory ECU. It's super smooth. So yeah, he's gonna be extremely happy. I think they're gonna come pick it up here Sunday, and then we might see this car back in the spring. So if you guys, anyone interested doing a Maxx swap, tuning, 8 HP swap, auto swap, whatever, hit me up. I'll do turbo installs. Obviously I'm starting to fabricate now, so I can kind of do my own thing. So just let me know. I'm here. If I don't have a car here, it's first come, first serve. I'm a one-man deal, so in a one car garage. So if I got a car in here, you might be put on a wait list. Of course, I also do engines and motors, so that takes up my time as well. But first come, first serve. You guys hit me up. Appreciate it. Comment, like, subscribe if you like what you're watching, and I will catch you guys on the next video. See you.